Welcome to episode 1 of Step Up and Stand Out. Brave enough to begin. Hi, I'm Tracy Duggan, the Flourish coach, mentor and mediator, and this is Step Up and Stand Out, your monthly invitation to pause, reflect and to build the confidence that you need to lead with authenticity and impact without becoming somebody that you're not. Each episode lands alongside my Time to Flourish newsletter, so think of this as your audio moment of reflection, something you can listen to on a walk, in the car, or with a cup of coffee and a notebook nearby. And if it resonates, please follow the show, like the episode, and ring the bell. I've always wanted to say that. And it really does help more people find these conversations, so I'd be truly grateful. So let's begin with so many leadership journeys actually start. It's not with strategy, it's not with confidence, it starts with bravery. So what is bravery really? When we hear the word brave, we tend to imagine something loud and dramatic. Big gestures, fearless confidence, someone who walks into a room and owns it effortlessly. There's not many people I know that can do that, let me tell you. But real bravery, especially in leadership, rarely looks like that. Most bravery is quiet. It's the moment before you speak, when your heart is racing. It's pressing send on that email that you've rewritten 10 times. It's staying in the conversation instead of shrinking back. And it's choosing to be seen rather than to be safe. And this matters because culturally, we've been sold the idea that bravery comes after confidence. And psychologically, it doesn't. Brené Brown defines courage not as confidence, but as a willingness to show up and to be vulnerable without actually knowing the outcome. One of my life mottos has been feel the fear and do it anyway. And vulnerability in psychology isn't weakness. It's uncertainty. It's taking that risk. And it's all about emotional exposure. And leadership, let me tell you, is all of those three things. So if you've ever thought, I'll do it when I feel braver, I want you to hear this clearly. Bravery doesn't come before action. Bravery is the decision to take and act whilst you feel uncomfortable. This is where psychology really helps us out. There's so many capable women that I know tell me they're waiting to feel confident before they step up. They say, I'll speak more when I know more. I'll apply when I feel ready. I just need that one more qualification, and I'm guilty of that. But that's not how the brain builds confidence. Psychologist Alberto Bandura called this self-efficacy, the belief that I can handle this, and self-efficacy is built through doing and not thinking. Amy Cuddy's research reinforces this confidence as not a personality trait, it's a biological and psychological response to action. But when you take action, even one small action, your brain updates its internal prediction. It moves from, this is dangerous, to, I survived this. That update matters. Each time you speak up, set a boundary, or take up space, your nervous system gathers evidence. And over time, that evidence rewires your sense of what's safe. I think you'll know that I'm a fan of Brené Brown, but she also talks about foreboding joy, that moment where things start going well. And instead of leaning in, we actually pull back. Not because we're incapable, but because visibility feels risky. So if you recognise yourself here, I want you to hear this. You're not broken. You're not lacking confidence. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it's designed to do, to protect you. Our job is to teach it that leadership is survivable. So I want to share a little story with you now. And it's one that I see time and time again. I was coaching a senior leader of a very successful business, highly experienced, respected, and objectively very, very capable. Yet in meetings, she stayed quiet. And afterwards she'd say, I had the idea, I just didn't say it. And when we explored it in our coaching session, the issue wasn't confidence or competence, it was fear of exposure. It was taking that risk. So instead of a big leap, we designed a small experiment. In her next meeting, she would say one sentence. Not perfect, not fully formed, just one contribution. She did it. Her heart was racing, her palms were sweating, and someone responded with, That's interesting, can you say some more? And that moment mattered, not because of the idea, but because her brain experienced something called a prediction error. Her nervous system expected rejection. Instead, it received curiosity. And that's how change happens. And she learned that day that she could show up imperfectly and still belong, and still make an impact. And that's what we call bravery in action. So, just want to go a little bit deeper into the psychology. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. Did you know that? It's far more alert to threat than it is to opportunity. And it's often why we sometimes don't take the risks that we could kick ourselves for afterwards. When you step into visibility, speaking, leading, challenging, your amygdala, the brain's threat detector, lights up. And that can feel like self-doubt, hesitation, a sudden urge to stay quiet when you normally wouldn't. But research shows that repeated, manageable exposure reduces this fear. And this is why courage isn't a personality trait. It's a practice. Every time you choose a small, brave action and survive it, your brain learns something new. You build internal psychological safety. And those that work with me know that I use that term quite a lot. Psychological safety is so important to make us feel that we can have a valid contribution. So internal psychological safety helps to build emotional regulation, and it also builds self-trust. This is also why fake it till you make it doesn't work in the long term. Real confidence isn't performative, it's grounded. It comes from knowing in your body that you can handle discomfort and stay intact. So here's your invitation for this month. I call it one brave thing. Not something huge, not something overwhelming. Just one action that nudges you slightly outside of your comfort zone. And it might be something as simple as saying what you really think in a meeting. Asking for clarity instead of saying silent. Setting a boundary. Sharing an idea before it's properly polished, before it's perfect. Choose something that feels brave but doable. And when you do it, I want you to pause. I want you to notice your body. Notice the outcome. Give your brain time to log that evidence. I showed up and it was okay. And it was actually great in some respects. But that's how confidence grows. So here's your reflection question for this month. What would I do if I trusted myself just 10% more this month? Not 100%, just 10%. I want you to sit with that. I want you to let it land. And then a final tiny action. And your tiny action this month is simple. I want you to say one thing this month that you would normally keep to yourself. One moment of courage, one small step forward. I'm not going to say for mankind. And that's enough. And we are at the end of our short little podcast. I hope you found that helpful. I just want to thank you ever so much for spending the time here with me today. And if the episode has resonated with you, please like it, follow the podcast and get that bell ringing so you don't miss any future episodes. And each month we'll explore confidence, leadership and flourishing in a way that's practical, human, and I hope you feel real. And if you'd like to go deeper, I invite you to explore my wheel of self-belief, and the link is below. A simple way to understand where your confidence is strong and where it needs nurturing. And if you're ready to grow alongside some other amazing women, you can also explore my Step Up and Stand Out group coaching program. Up until next month, keep stepping up and standing out. And I look forward to seeing you next